pride of Manchester was at stake when City took on United in the 127th Manchester derby in November 2002. City were promoted from the First Division the previous season and were aiming to redress a dreadful record in recent derbies. Their last win had been a 5-1 triumph way back in 1989. United needed to win to keep in touch with the early Premiership pace-setters. They were already 8 points behind the leaders, Liverpool. City were able to welcome back former United legend Peter Schmeichel, who'd recovered from the injuries that had made him miss the previous 3 games. For City manager Kevin Keegan, it was a first taste of derby football, Manchester style. Keegan was forced into a defensive reshuffle after first-choice centre-backs Distin and Howie were both injured in the midweek cup defeat to Wigan. So Gerard Vikins and Lucien Matomo both came in for their first starts of the season. It was United striker Ruud van Nistelrooy's first experience of a Manchester derby as well. His manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, boasted an impressive record against their local rivals: 12 wins, 6 draws and just 1 defeat. He did have selection problems though, as both Roy Keane and Nicky Butt were ruled out with injuries and David Beckham was suspended. That meant a role on the right side of midfield for Argentine international Juan Sebastian Veron. The usual imposing atmosphere inside the stadium. Your match commentator is Ian Darke.
And an early touch for the Republic of Ireland international Richard Dunne. City have been beaten by United in United's last 4 visits here. But it is a weakened side that they're playing. United here. Keane's only played 5 games, in fact, this season. Here is Sun Jihai. Anelka. Jihai wins it back. Dunne making the most of his chances back in the side now. Giggs, nicely done. Van Nistelrooy. Veron joins in here. Thought about the shot, might get another crack at it. Good covering by Tiato. Philip Neville, who made his league debut for Manchester United in a 3-0 win here. Silvestre. Giggs lets it run, and Vikins gets it away. Difficult for Manchester City at the back with Vikins and Matomo in from the start for the first time. Anelka caught out Rio Ferdinand. Now Gota, great chance to put Manchester City ahead. Anelka surely, yes! Nicolas Anelka does it again against Manchester United. Bedlam at Main Road. Rio Ferdinand got caught out here, playing in his first ever derby. Anelka, too much pace for him, feeds Gota. And although Bartes makes the save, he only sets it up for Anelka, his 7th of the season. And he's now got 3 in his last 3 Barclaycard English Premier League matches. Phil Neville's pass hits Paul Durkin. They're very uncertain in the centre of the midfield at the moment, Manchester United, and there was a kind of resigned shrug of the shoulders from Veron out of picture there as that move broke down again. United disjointed early on. This is the goal again. Gota didn't get much on it, but Bartes could only help it into the path of Anelka. Scholes, good challenge. Veron. Now Van Nistelrooy. Crowded out, but Giggs plays it in there again, and Solskjaer has equalised! Ole Gunnar Solskjaer beats his old mate, Peter Schmeichel. who says he feels like a Manchester lad these days. Gets his first ever derby goal. But Matoma was rather caught out. Solskjaer got in behind him. And he doesn't miss from there. 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. City's defending, not good though. Sylvestre, lovely accurate ball. Van Nistelrooy brought it down and well muscled out of it by Beacons. (1-1) here in the Barclaycard English Premier League, one of the big games of the season. Manchester City, by the way, have changed divisions in 6 of the last 7 years. An incredible run of promotion and relegation just about every season. The odd one out was 97. Veron's bad ball there, letting City have a little opening, and Nauka. And Veron, trying to rescue the situation, only gives away a free kick. It was his mistake that started the trouble. They almost looked like twins there for a moment, didn't they? Close up. Anelka and Veron. They might have the same hairdresser. Berkovic from over 30 yards out. Gota jumped well, dangerous in the air, the big Bermudan. Gota, who needs 2 more to make it 100 goals for Manchester City. Carlos Queiroz there on the right, the Portuguese coach, new this season, of Manchester United. First time he'll have experienced the derby atmosphere. And we've got this nonsense now in Matoma waiting to come back on the pitch, and waiting to get the appropriate signal. Here he goes. Looks like United just might be thinking of some minor tactical adjustment there, judging by the intense conversation between manager and coach. Berkovic to Foe. Here's Dunn. Foe, and again the passing leaving something to be desired. Although Gota's got the ball here. Gota's won it back and he scored! That's amazing! Huge mistake by Gary Neville. Oh, a real howler. And City are back in front. That was a nightmare for Gary Neville, who must be wondering why he didn't just knock this to safety. It was a very poor ball, to be honest, from Foe. There seemed no danger at all, but Gary Neville allowed Gota to rob him, and Sean Gota scores against Manchester United, the club where he started his career in England. Foe. Sunji Hai's in some space on the right-hand side. And this will drop nicely for City, for Berkovic. Now Jensen. Well, he thought Berkovic was making a little run in the channel, but to be honest, it was a little bit of a tentative ball from Jensen in the end. Anelka won it in the air, otherwise he might have got a free kick anyway. Sunji Hai. Oh, and Anelka! And Gota, both of them in there, and I think it was Gota who got the touch. Was indeed. Lovely touch, that was Solskjaer to Van Nistelrooy, who still has it, has he? No, Vikins does some heroic work to make sure that Van Nistelrooy couldn't get in behind, but what a sublime touch it was from Solskjaer. Picture book stuff, that from United. United haven't been scoring as many goals this season, only 16 in the Premiership so far for the perennial top scorers in the league. They got 87 last season in total. That's how Vikins denied Van Nistelrooy. There was claims for handball there. Scholes lets it rip and over. Six minutes to the break. Sylvestre. Scholes. He's been United's brightest player. Giggs looked for a cheeky little back heel to Solskjaer. Got to him in the end. Sylvestre. That ought to be Schmeichel's, it is. Well, he's such a massive presence around the place. And not only in goal, when he talks, all the other players listen. Played United 3 times with Villa last year, didn't win any of them. Now then, Anelka in behind, one-on-one. Oh, Barthez with a vital save to keep Manchester United in reach. Anelka almost had too much time there. But he'll be disappointed with the effort, which was at saving height for Barthez. One thing Sir Alex Ferguson's been saying in the last couple of days is he's worried that United don't have quite the physical presence of Liverpool and Arsenal, their title rivals. Van Nistelrooy, Giggs tried to cut back inside. I wonder if he was going to let a cross shot go there, similar to the one he won the derby with a few years back. Anelka, good ball into Gota. He's on his own really, has to go for it, and was close. Close! Sean Gota again. Pulled into space neatly. And that's a good effort. Well, it's been a cracking half. Bit error-strewn, but thoroughly entertaining. And at half-time, Manchester City 2, Manchester United 1. Solskjaer's reverse pass, asking a lot of Van Nistelrooy, who's got it, but fouled Sun Ji-hai. This ball asked a lot of Van Nistelrooy here. Probably not quite back up to full speed after missing 4 games recently with a tight hamstring. Berkovic moving around him, and Anelka in towards Gota. It was a lovely ball, just inviting the last touch. He's a clever player, Nicolas Anelka. The only question here is, should he have had a go himself? Up goes Dunn. Good presence in the air. Manchester City starting the day in 14th place. They'll be 10th if they get the 3 points. Certainly until 3 o'clock anyway. Well, 5 in fact, till the other games finish. Sylvestre amid this cracking atmosphere here in this 80-year-old stadium. Manchester City, remember, moving to the Commonwealth Games stadium for the start of next season. Dunn wins it well in the air. He's having a good game back there, Richard Dunn. Pretty steady. And I must say that Matomo and Beacons have settled down too after looking a shade rusty at the start. Certainly the balance for Manchester City looks better since they made those recent switches after a series of crisis meetings at the club after they'd had 6 without a win and were losing their way. Ali Benavia and Sean Wright-Phillips, the victims of the changes. Both on the bench, by the way. Tiato. Here's Jensen. Philip Neville. United, remember, in 3rd place at the moment. 4 points behind Arsenal, 8 behind Liverpool. Lovely ball through. Berkovic. Gota's in here and makes it 3-1. It's Sean Gota again. Mass hysteria at Main Road. What a day this is turning out to be for Sean Gota. That was his 100th Manchester City goal. And what a day to score it. He was so strong, his first touch was good. Took him away from Blanc. Watch this again. All strikers can learn from this. First touch gets him away from the defender. That gives him a chance of a second one. And the second one puts the ball in the net. Still a long time to go in the season, and United, I'm sure, will have plenty to say. Another move breaks down. Berkovic not much of ahead of him though. Sun Jihai joining in. We think that Veron and Gary Neville are going to be substituted here, and that will be a bit ignominious for Gary Neville on a day when he's made captain. But I don't think Sir Alex Ferguson has forgotten that error. The one that gave away the vital second goal. Scholes' little chip. Van Nistelrooy in behind here. Beacons, what a challenge. What a challenge by Gerard Beacons. He had to win that. He so easily could have given away a penalty, but he won the ball. Off come Veron and Gary Neville. On come John O'Shea and Diego Forlan. O'Shea presumably to play right back, and Phil Neville gets the captain's armband. Well, there might be a few repercussions from this. Signs that Sir Alex Ferguson is deeply unimpressed. Sylvestre. Up goes Solskjaer, that was nearly one of them. And Schmeichel grabs it down by the post. Well, the United hero is a City hero today. He hasn't often been threatened, but when he's been asked the question, he's had the answer. Forlan, good ball. Solskjaer to Van Nistelrooy, who goes down on the edge of the box. And this time, the free kick's given, but right on the edge of the box. United won the penalty. They say it's inside. But I must say, at first sighting, I think Paul Durkin's got this right. Dunn's challenge, yes, was just outside, though Van Nistelrooy fell inside. Cracking decision, to be honest with you, by the referee. Though United will never believe it. 3 additional minutes. Like it could be a Giggs left footer. Taking their time, United. I'll do well to remember they need 2. It is Giggs, and the wall does its job. Corner. United desperate for something now. Solskjaer on the back post. Oh, and how did O'Shea miss? How did O'Shea miss? That was unbelievable. It seemed here that O'Shea had to score his first ever Manchester United goal, but somehow it stays out. Don't ask me how. Put that in your catalogue for misses of the season. And if City didn't know it was their day already, they do now. Anelka, is he going to rub salt in the wounds? Ferdinand with the challenge. Ref saw nothing wrong with it. City fans screeching reminders to the referee to blow for time as Solskjaer breaks forward. It's going to be City's first win over United since 1989. In the last ever league derby at Main Road. Listen to the noise around here. Horlock anywhere will do now for City. Scholes fouled him after the ball had gone. They're celebrating now. The party's beginning, and I tell you, it won't finish until the early hours of the morning, if then. It's been a long wait for Manchester City, and they've deserved it. 3-1 winners. First time that they've beaten their great rivals for 13 years. A good performance. What a day for Peter Schmeichel and for Kevin Keegan. It's City's day.
It was indeed a fabulous win for Manchester City, and the victory their fans have been craving for 13 long years. It proved to be a good first season back in the Premiership too, as the club finished in 9th place on 51 points. The defeat was a bitter pill to swallow for United fans, but at the business end of the season, the club once again sat on top of the Premiership pile, as United overhauled Arsenal in the title run-in to win their 8th Premiership crown.